Hello everyone, and welcome back to The Pokemon, the most crazy things in the 1980s. I am your host, well, it's me of course, and today's episode, this is the Crystal Beast structure deck. Everything in here is from the Crystal Beast deck itself, so everything's been opened. This is the entire thing. This is my personal way on the best way to actually optimize the deck on how to play it correctly. Well, not play it correctly, but the way that I like to play it. So yeah, let's jump straight into it. Alrighty, so as the first things first, of course, we have our triple copy of Sapphire Pegasus. Sapphire Pegasus is going to be the most glorious fucking card in the entire set. Everything else we're running off 2-in-1s, so yeah. 3 Pegasus, that there will help you in your back row, of course, because that's what Pegasus does. Pegasus is a fucking great fucking Crystal Beast starter. Coming up in second, we have 2 Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon. I'm running 2, I'm not running 3 because I found 3 to be very clunky. I like 2 though. 2 is good. To be honest, what this deck was missing, especially with the deck that I created, it is missing Foolish Burial. However though, we have Foolish Burial of Goods, which kind of helps, but we don't run it. We don't run it at all. So yeah, 2 Crystal Beasts, Rainbow Dragon. And of course, we run 2 Rainbow Dragons. Rainbow Dragon is going to be really good because I did not know this, but they don't all have to be on the field because the card does state, must be special summoned from your hand by having 7 Crystal Beast cards with different names on the field and or in the grave. So special summoning these, especially because now since we have advanced Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon, that does count as a Crystal Beast. We can go ahead and special summon that if we go into that to the grave. So running 2 of these is actually fucking phenomenal. Alrighty, then of course we run 2 Crystal Beast Topaz Tigers. I only run the 2. That's all I need to run. 2 is amazing. Just to kind of buff up that 2k beasting, and that's pretty much it. Like, he's a straight up 2k. Then all the one-offs, we run 1 Ruby Carbuncle, 1 Amber Mammoth, 1 Amethyst Cat, 1 Emerald Tortoise, and 1 Cobalt Eagle. Because that is really all you need to run, because, these are good, but, like, they're no Sapphire Pegasus. Let's face facts. So, of course, we run everything off of that as a 1. Now, coming into the hand traps, we run 2 Ghost Spell of Haunted Mansion, and we run 3 Ash Blossoms. Those are our hand traps. That's all we need to run as the hand traps. To be honest, I was considering on running the other C hand trap. However, though, your opponent can link summon, and that's what you're giving them. You're giving them something to link summon with, and that's not good. So there's no point in running it. It's good. It's good to have in a side deck for an archetype. However, though, my personal opinion, it's just not good all around the main deck. So yeah, so you run 3 Ash, of course, and 2 Ghost. And that's pretty much it. That is all the monsters, by the way. Alright, so now going ahead and going into the spells, we run 2 copies of Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. The reason why we run 2 copies of this and not 3 is because 3 I found a little bit on the clunky side, but besides from that as well, we want to have our back row freed up. So this kind of fucks up our positioning because this is, sadly enough, this card would be massively broken if it did state this card acts as a Crystal Beast spell and trap card. This kind of clogs up your back row a little bit, and to be honest, like, that's something that we don't need with this deck. Like, that's the reason why I run 2. Having 2 is good, but we do run Cosmic Cyclone, so they can go ahead and pop each other off. So that'd be good. And of course, we run 2 Abundance. Abundance is good for the OTK. So Abundance is overall just amazing if you can get it off. However, though, like, if you have this on the field as an example, the Abundance you can't get off because you need 1, 2, 3, 4. So you need 1, 2, 3, 4, plus it's making it 5, and your entire back row is just cleared up. So you cannot play the Abundance. So like, I run 2 Abundance because a lot of the time we don't need this, but the Abundance we will need this. And the fact that you can wipe your opponent's board with this and it doesn't target is just mwah. Abundance is good because it doesn't say target, it is sense. Sending is good, and on top of that as well, because it doesn't state monsters, you can go ahead, it's good back row removal, so we're running 2 Abundances for the back row removal mainly, but aside from that as well, monster removal as well. Then of course we run a triple copy of our Crystal Bond. Bond is good. I'm sorry about the glare. I cannot do anything about that. Triple copy of Crystal Bond. Bond is good for that search because searching is key in this deck. Searching and sending are just key. They are just straight up key. I shit you not. Then of course we run a triple copy of Rare Value. Rare Value is good, however though it is sad that it isn't a crystal card, so that means that something like Rainbow Bridge cannot search it. And that's kind of sad. However though, draw support is fucking amazing. Like, the fact is that you can go ahead and draw 2 off of this is just astronomical. If you want me to be honest though, I would suggest picking up 3 copies of this deck as well as 3 copies of the Alabaz deck, because the Alabaz deck does have something like Pot of Extravagance. Extravagance is good because you can run them 3/3 copy and that's it. Like the cards in your extra deck, you don't really need to run. Like you don't need them at all. So the fact is that you have 6 cards that will allow you to draw 2. Alrighty, besides that, we do run a triple copy of Rainbow Bridge. Rainbow Bridge to go ahead and add our Crystal Spell and Traps. So that could be something like the Crystal Bonds or the Crystal Abundance. Sadly enough, not the Rainbow Bridge because it is not a crystal card. Besides from that, we can go ahead and grab, which I'll show you now, our triple copy of Crystal Blessing. Crystal Blessing is good because we are sending a lot of cards to the graveyard. We don't like we are sending a lot of them to the graveyard, so having them back on the field is going to be astronomical. And to be honest, this will help us. This definitely helps us exponentially. And the fact that it can be searched off by the Rainbow Bridge is just a lot more better. Alright, besides from that, like I said before, we do run a triple copy of Cosmic Cyclone. Cosmic Cyclone is good for the back row removal, and because since it doesn't state target, it does state target 1 spell and trap card on the field and banish it, you can go ahead and, like, let's say for an example, if this is on the field, this is on the field and you want to remove it, boom, Cosmic. So this is good all around, so not just to target your opponent's cards, but to target cards that you don't want on the field at all. So having triple copies of those is just fucking mwah, to a T. And the only traps we run on the deck, 3 Ultimate Crystal Magic. This card is just ridiculously fucking broken. Go ahead and start off by setting like the Ruby Carbuncle, and then we go ahead and set this. Your opponent runs in the Ruby Carbuncle, Carbuncle ability goes off, we go ahead and put that in the spell and trap card zone, then chaining the Ultimate Crystal. So it does state, when your Crystal Beast monster is destroyed by battle, you can send 7 Crystal Beast cards from with different names from your hand, deck, and or face up on the field to the graveyard. Special summon 1 Ultimate Crystal Fusion monster from your extra deck. Besides from that, like the fact that this here can be searched out as well, that is also really good. If you want my honest opinion, I would suggest dropping this. Now this is where it wavies. Like the cards, what cards you can drop out in order to make the deck a little bit more optional if you want. I would suggest dropping out. You can go ahead and drop out one of these. So, drop out 1 Ultimate Crystal, drop out the Topaz Tiger if you want to. What else is there? Keep going, drop out one of the Abundances. And that's pretty much it. I guess you can drop out one of the Blessings if you want to, but I wouldn't suggest it. However, though, you have 4 cards right there, boom, that you can go ahead and run over. If you want me to be honest on what I recommend on adding, I would recommend adding either. Alright, so you can go ahead and let's say for example, drop these 4 out, run 3 Extravagance, and then afterwards run 2 that can only be 1 because that they will bop up the deck to 41. And then if you want to run an extra 1 card to make it 42, I would suggest Call by the Grave. Because like it's a good one-off. You can only run it as a one-off, so that would be good. I believe that again. I do believe that this deck is 40. Give me 2 seconds. Sorry, my mistake. The deck itself is 41. It is 41. So there, yeah. Alrighty, and then besides from that, the only extra deck cards we run are the ones that came with it. So in this case, we run the 3 rainbows and the 3 ultimates. Because again, this is a structured deck build. This is a structured deck build, so of course we need to run as many as possible. Alrighty, so first things first, we run 1 Crystal Master. Crystal Monster is good because we can go ahead and tribute it off in order to go ahead and search. It does state that you can go ahead and search for an Ultimate Crystal Monster, Crystal Beast, or Crystal Spell and Trap card. I found it difficult to get Rainbow Dragon in hand because by the time that we did all through, we went through our entire deck, all our Crystal Beasts are already out of the game. Like, it just became a bitch. It became a full-fledged bitch to get this out. Just to find it. Like, we're running 2 of them, and yet there was no consistency of actually searching it. So Master is good for that reasoning. Besides from that, of course, we still run our 1 Ruby Carbuncle, 1 Amethyst Cat, 1 Emerald Tortoise, 1 Mammoth, 1 Cobalt Eagle, 1 Topaz Tiger, not 2, 1, and those are all our one-offs. So the rest of them, we go ahead and we will run 2 Rainbow Dragons, 2 Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon, 2 Haman, Lord of the Striking Thunder, and the reason why that we run the Haman is just in case if this backfires. Let's say, for an example, if this doesn't go off, we have backups, we have spares. To mention as well is that there is something called the Haman Lock. While this card is in face-up defensive position, monsters your opponent controls cannot target monsters for attacks except for this one. So if you have 2 of them on the field, your opponent cannot attack you at all. So they're gonna have to go ahead and either destroy it by a card effect or negate the effect. So something like Impediments, Effect Veiler, like something like no, I'm saying not Effect Veiler. So something just even like Impediments as an example. Like none of the Ash cards will work on this because you're not sending anything, you're not doing anything. It's just an effect. So Impediments is the only way to get around it. Otherwise, from that skill drain. Of course, there are other cards that can get around this. However, though, a 4K defense where your opponent can't attack at all is just godly. So from that, of course, we still run our 3 Ash Blossoms. Ash Blossoms is just fucking amazing all around. And we also run our 3 Crystal Beats Pegasus. Pegasus is good because, he's the main style line of the deck. Besides from Rainbow Dragon, he's the main style line. Alrighty, coming into the spells, we run 2 Ancient City Rainbow Ruins. Now, I didn't run this in the original build. However, they're coming in the second. This is fucking stupidly good. Allow me to elaborate real quickly. A lot of the times I will optimally have at least 4 Crystal Beasts in my spell and trap card zone. This just draw one. So like as an example, you can go Ruins ability, draw 1, replace Ruins for Ruins, and draw another one. Ruins itself is kind of just like a Pot of Greed if you have 2, or otherwise an upstart with no gaining life points. So running 2 is good, it is astronomical. Alright, besides from that, we also run 2 Abundance because Abundance is good. Honest opinion, do not cut Abundance down. Having 3 is clunky, having 1 is inefficient, having 2 is, it's the sweet spot. 2 is good. 2 is hella good. Besides from that, we also run 2 Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. Now, I didn't actually read the card correctly because, I'm a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh player. But this card bounces itself back into the hand, so that is good. We do not run Cosmic Cyclone because of this, because there's no need to. This is good. Would I run 3? No. Don't run 3, run 2. Run 2 is still good. 3 Crystal Bonds, 3 Crystal Blessings, 3 Rare Values, 3 Rainbow Bridges. Everything's still at normal at 3. I just realized that that's not in the middle, so let's go ahead and do this again. Rainbow Bridge for the consistency search for the Crystal Beast cards. Rare Value for the draw support. Blessing in order to retrieve. And Bond for the search. Bond is good for searching. Allow me to elaborate real quickly. If I were to go ahead and go Rainbow Bridge search, add Bond effect, activate Bond, search for Pegasus, and on top of that as well, let's go ahead and put, it doesn't matter what we put down, so anything that's random, so let's go with Amethyst Cat, put Amethyst Cat down, and then afterwards, like, you have gone -1, +1, -1, you've gone -1, +1, -1, +2, and then afterwards, when you go Pegasus, you go add Pegasus. Pegasus ability will go up. You go, then afterwards you go -1, +1, +1 equaling 2. So you are getting shit on the board. That is the most main thing. All right. Besides from that, we also run 3 Crystal Miracles. Miracle is just broken. Retrieving monsters I found to be quite difficult. Miracle not only negates, but it also does that for us. So if we run out of blessings, we still have miracles. Blessing and miracle is good. So from that, we still run our normal 3 in a normal 3 Rainbow Overdragon and our Ultimate Crystal Rainbow Dragon Overdrive in our extra deck. Simple. The next structure deck, which happens to be Dark World, that's going to be interesting. That's one that I'm actually looking forward to. But if you want to be honest, I reckon that Dragon Maid should have their own structure deck because people would go fucking nuts for it. Like, you could sell them in mass quantities, and Konami would be rolling out like no tomorrow. Like, Dragon Maid is no longer a competitive deck, but it's still a fun deck to play, and on top of that, people love it. People absolutely fucking love it. If anything, if this ever comes out as a structure deck, holy shit, I'm gonna have the most fucking fun because I play Dragon Maid. I love Dragon Maid because I play it. But anyway, guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, don't leave a like, but smash that like button. If you guys dislike the video, well, hey, you know what? Fuck off. Simple as that. Also, well, do not forget to subscribe for the latest content. I'll talk to all of you son of a guns later.